How to recognize when science becomes objective. One scientific study may somewhat prove a point, but if the conclusion of that study is never replicated in another scientific study, then maybe we should not take it so seriously. I'll give you two examples of scientific studies that we should probably take with a grain of salt. Number one would be the famous Dunning-Kruger effect. I know everyone likes to talk about this study, and even reputable channels like Psych2Go mention this study. However, apparently the Dunning-Kruger effect actually has never really been replicated, and so there's actually not very much scientific validity to it. Second example would be the backfire effect. Again, this is another study which has never really been replicated, and in fact follow-up studies actually proved basically the opposite result. So now you may ask, well, how do I recognize when science has proved an objective truth? Well, there are actually scientific studies known as meta-analysis, which basically the scientists gather dozens or hundreds of studies on a specific subject, and then they get a view of the overall picture and come to an astoundingly objective conclusion. And this process of meta-analysis basically eliminates bias at the same time. Now, if that is not objective enough for you, it actually goes even further than that. Sometimes scientists will do what is called metasynthesis, and in this process they gather dozens or even hundreds of meta-analysis studies, which are already very objective, and then they come to an even more objective conclusion than before. And that is how you prove something objectively with science. If you like that video, maybe you would like this one.